All right, so if you're like most people, you want to think as clearly as the guy in Limitless. You want to have a lean, powerful, and attractive body like Zac Efron, and you want to have godlike energy. You want to be able to go throughout your day with clean, consistent, and potent energy. You want to have the confidence of a celebrity, and you likely want to become a high-performing beast and make tons of money just like Mark Cuban. I mean, think about it. When you have all of this, your quality of life is simply better. You're going to go throughout your day feeling, looking, and thinking better. You're just simply going to enjoy life more. Essentially, your body and brain will be morphed into a powerhouse that will not be stopped. Now, everyone wants this, right? I mean, who doesn't want their body and brain operating at its peak performance? Everyone wants that, let's be real. But very few, they ever attain it. Now, if you're like most people, you've probably gone on this path where you told yourself you'd start to work out so that you could get the physique you want, so that you could start feeling better, so that you have more energy. But what happens with most people is basically they go through this same process where they start working out for a few days and it goes great in the beginning, but after a few days, they decide to skip the gym, and then that one time turns into another and another, until they're back into their old patterns and ruts of not working out. And then what most people do is they do the same thing happens where they tell themselves they're going to go on a diet, start eating healthier, goes great for a few days, but then after a few days they cheat, and that cheat turns into another time and another time till they're back to where they started with zero change. Now, this happens because of one thing. And it's actually this one thing that causes people to live a mediocre life, because it's preventing them from hitting their goals in all areas. So you might be wondering, what is this one thing that is preventing you from getting the life you want? That's preventing you from getting the energy, the mental clarity, and the body that you want. And ultimately, it's stopping you from getting the exact life that you thought you would have when you were growing up. Now, this one thing is how your brain is programmed. Now, basically, when I say this, you have two parts of your brain. You have your conscious mind. Well, actually, technically, you have three. You have your conscious mind, and then you have your subconscious mind. And the third part that you don't even need to know about, and I probably shouldn't even be mentioning right now, is the limbic system. But all your decisions that you make in your day are going to be based either your conscious or subconscious mind. Now, your conscious mind, it only controls about 5% of your decisions to make throughout your entire day. Like, where am I going to eat tonight? Just conscious decisions like that. But 90 to 95% of the decisions that you make in your day are made with your subconscious mind. Now, think about it. When you zone out while you're driving home from work, you get home just fine, and you might even think, how did I just get home? I wasn't paying attention at all. That's because of your subconscious mind. Now, you might be wondering, how does your subconscious mind get you to take action? Through your habits. And think about it, your habits control your entire life. I mean, it's why you likely do the same thing in the morning when you get ready for work. It's why you drive the same route to work every single day. Your habits control 90 to 95% of your decisions in a given day. Now, that's the main reason why people don't reach their goals and why they always fall back into their old patterns and ruts. It's because they're in the habit of not working out. They're in the habit of not eating healthy. And so when they consciously tell themselves, all right, tomorrow's the day where I finally do it, where I finally start working out consistently, where I finally start eating healthy consistently, where I finally start being productive. But look, you can't consciously just tell yourself you're going to make change like that when you already have a habit of years of not doing any of that. And if you keep continuing down the same path, your problem's only going to get worse. You're going to get more frustrated. You're going to feel more hopeless. I mean, that's the worst part about this, is when you constantly strive for greatness and to improve yourself, you fall back into your old patterns, ruts, and you feel terrible about yourself. You feel like something's wrong with you because you see everyone else excelling in life. Well, you're constantly stuck in the same battle. Well, the good news is nothing is broken with you. You just need to reprogram your subconscious mind, or what we call acquire the mind of a conqueror. You need to get your conscious mind to work with your subconscious mind. Only when this happens will you successfully create real and substantial change in your life. Now, that's the main reason why most people don't have the body they want. They don't have the energy. They don't have the mental clarity. They don't hit their goals in life. Now, the second reason is less applicable. Not as many people fall into this, but the second reason why people don't have the energy, the mental alertness, and the body they want is because they're listening or following people that don't know what they're talking about. They don't have experience in rebuilding themselves up. They don't have this knowledge. Now, you might be wondering what separates me from the average person or the other people that are telling you that they know it's right and how to create real change in your life, how to elevate your energy, to elevate your mental alertness and take your body to the next level. Well, as most of you guys know, when I was 21, I was stabbed in the throat. You can see it right there. Went halfway through my throat. Should be dead. He stabbed me right here. And again, these are after years of healing. Went like half, I want to say it went pretty deep in my arm, and then right here punctured my lung. You can even see, like, look at my chest right here on my flex. You can see this indentation. It's because when he punctured my lung, either the indentation from my lung caused that to be indented, or it was because my muscle was sliced. I don't know that. It's one of those two reasons. But I was as broken as you could possibly be. I woke up 7 days later from an induced coma. I was living off tubes. If you unplug the tubes, you unplugged me. I couldn't talk. Like, I literally had to scribble on notes to communicate with people. So I lost the ability to talk, use my voice. I had nerve damage in my tongue. My tongue couldn't even go to the right side. My legs stopped working. I had to relearn how to walk, how to even stand. I remember when I woke up from my induced coma, I went to the edge of my bed and I tried standing up like this, and my legs didn't work. Had to relearn how to talk, walk, and I was just always tired, whether it was mentally or physically. Like, when I did get released from the hospital after a few weeks, I remember getting up to go to the bathroom. It felt like running a marathon. It felt like the biggest mission in the entire world. I was broken. I went from 165 of lean muscle. Like, I weighed 165, super lean, pretty jacked. And I went down to 130, lost every ounce of muscle I had no energy physically, mentally, overall. Like, I would just kind of get mad at stuff more easily. It's almost like my emotional maturity went back down to zero again. I had to relearn everything that you could possibly imagine. And I bring this up because within 3 months, I didn't like where my life was going. I felt stuck. I felt powerless. I felt completely broken. And my life was, pretty much had two paths. I could have sat there and played victim. I could have told myself, like, I was dealt a bad hand. Look what happened to me. And I could have continued life like that, complaining, feeling weak, broken, and not taking control. But I decided in that moment that I was going to start improving myself, to start building my body back up, to start forming the habits that I needed that would propel my life. I wanted to rebuild my body up. I wanted to have the energy I had before. I want to have the strength. And I realized in that moment, I was never going to get to that second path that I wanted if I didn't conquer the power of my mind. I kept doing what most people did. I would tell myself I'd work out, and then I would fall off after a few days. So I started studying on how the human brain works. I studied brain science and transformational psychology. And that's when I discovered how powerful your subconscious mind is, how powerful the habits that it forms are. Now, I spent the next about probably 2 months at this point building up the power of my mind, forming the habits that would take me to where I want to be. And only after I started conquering the power of my mind was I able to successfully stick to my workout plan, successfully stick out to my nutrition. Now, what happened was I started to see results and started improving my physique and stuff, but I didn't feel as good. I was more focused on just my calories, not the quality of foods, not the foods that would make me feel good, feel rejuvenated, have mental clarity throughout my day, have godlike energy. So I started studying nutrition, diet, and how the human body works. I found secret workouts that will boost your human growth hormone, testosterone, so that you feel good, you put on more muscle quicker. And I pretty much put together a secret protocol. It's the ultimate synergistic workout and nutrition strategy. I applied this to my life, and within 5 months from this point, my body, it rebuilt up. I went back and I was picking up as much weight as I was prior to when I got stabbed. Now, granted, there's obviously muscle memory there. But within a matter of 1 year from when I got stabbed, I was picking up more weight in the gym than I was originally. I was faster. I ran a sub 5-minute mile after 1 year of being stabbed. I not only looked better, I felt better, and I thought better. My mind was operating on a level I never thought possible. I accomplished more in a day than I used to in weeks. I became a high performer. Now, fast forward another 2 or 3 years, and here I am in front of you in this exact moment with my dream body, pursuing my passion to help people like you. Turn your body and brain into a powerhouse that will not be stopped. With this, I get to wake up in a great mood because I'm doing what I love. And that's also why I know how the human brain works. I know how the human body works. It's because I had to build myself up from ground zero again. Now, the reality is there's just 3 simple steps that are needed in order for you to turn your body and brain into a powerhouse. Now, it's the same system that I used that brought me from the brink of death to where I am now. Now, the first step is acquiring the mind of a conqueror. If you don't reprogram your subconscious mind to work with your conscious mind, your life will stay the same. You're going to continue falling in that vicious cycle where you don't get the change you strive for. I mean, think about it. If you don't conquer the power of your mind, whenever times get tough, you're going to quit. There's a reason why people like Mark Cuban, they excel in all areas of their life. It's because of how they have programmed and conditioned their mind. People like David Goggins that are just unfathomable. It's because they conquered the power of their mind. David Goggins, I think he's run multiple 100-mile races. I think the first one he ever did, he said the longest he's ever ran before that was like 26 miles, like a marathon. He ran a 100-mile race just from 26, being his longest distance ever. These people that have amazing feats, it's because they conquered the power of their mind first. Now, that's why only after you acquire the mind of a conqueror do we move into the second step, which is work out like a conqueror. Every workout in here is going to make you feel, look, or think better. It's going to deliver more oxygen to your brain so that you can think more clearly, increase your human growth hormone and testosterone, help you stay young, fit, and in shape like all the other celebrities you see. And it's also going to make you have more energy, increase your mitochondria, a lot of benefits there. And then the third step is eating like a conqueror. Essentially, this can get your body and brain operating at its peak performance. This is where you sharpen your physique like a pencil. This is where you gain godlike energy and unreal mental clarity. Now, if you want to learn more about this same 3-step system I used that got me from the brink of death to where I am now, click the link around this video. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. It really helps me in growing this channel and impacting more people's lives of people that are just like you.